be the face of the NBA post that era when we're talking the guys like LeBron, KD, Steph?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, we can't choose who the next face of the league is. It has to be organic. And a lot of times, I would say most of the time, it comes with winning. It comes with winning a championship. Kobe became the face of the league because he won. MJ became the face of the league because he won. Magic, Larry, they won. That's why they were the face of the league. The other point about this that I think is important, because Stephen A has touched on this many times in the past, you have to want to be the face of the league. I had some issues with your comments last year, Stephen A, about Kawhi being the worst superstar ever. Kawhi doesn't want to be the face of the league. He's a two-time finals MVP. Jokic doesn't want to be famous. Jokic doesn't want to be the face of the league. So when you start looking at, well, which guys could be the face of the league? In terms of American players, I think it's Tyrese Halliburton. I think it's Jason Tatum. I certainly think it's Anthony Edwards. It could be someone else. Is it bad for the league that the best players are internationally born?
I would say to you, no. It's not bad for the league if the best players are internationally born. It is bad for the league if the American players give you the impression that they don't want it, that they're indifferent to embracing the responsibility of being the face of the league. That's what's bad, okay? Now, if you're just not good enough, you're not good enough. In other words, compared to Jokic, compared to Giannis, compared to Luka. If they're just better and that's why that one of them become the face, then no problem whatsoever. But if they're the face because not only do they perform, but they have that appeal, that allure, and they care about being the marquee. And you can see that they're more apt to embrace it than the players themselves that are American born. Then we've got a problem, because what the hell has happened to us as a sport, particularly since this is an American-born sport? Obviously, you have a vast majority of the players, particularly of African-American descent, and nobody wants it. That would be problematic for me personally.
Who have won enough, who have MVPs, who have championships that we can say, okay, he's ready to ascend to that throne. And like you said, guys, what American player has that? Is there an American player outside of Kevin Durant, outside of LeBron and Steph? Now, we know James Harden, but he's going to be leaving, so he's not going to be it. We know Russ, but who's the other American-born players that have won championships, that have MVPs, that we can put in that spot?
Nobody.
It's literally just Kawhi.
It's just Kawhi.
It's literally just Kawhi.
Just Kawhi.
Okay, I'm back. So this is a very, very important video. This video gonna make a lot of people mad, but it's the fucking truth. What I'm about to say, I haven't heard nobody say, but it needs to be said. So, like the title says, the real reason why foreign players is taking over the NBA and football players is lucky that foreigners don't be playing football overseas like that, or they might be starting. So the NFL might have to watch out. If they stop playing soccer and start playing in the NFL, it might be a wrap. But see, in the NFL, physicality and your physical attributes is more important than it is in the NBA. And the NBA skill can kind of course, being physical and your athleticism is important in the NBA, of course, but skill, as we see with a Luka or Joker and, some of these foreign players, is that if you got enough skill, you can compensate for your athleticism. In the NFL, it's kind of athleticism first and then skill second. But so maybe the NFL might be okay, but still, I don't know. But the reason why foreign players is taking over the NBA, and the reason why the NBA is failing as a product overall, is the same reason why hip hop and rap music is failing as a whole. And that's because American-born players, just like hip hop artists, is too busy chasing IG models, too busy partying, too busy clubbing, too busy just having fun. And that's why the game is really messed up, and that's why the game has taken the hit, and that's why foreign players is coming over here and dominate, because the American players, I don't want to just flat out and say black players, but it is what it is. It's too busy getting money, and that's what and really how much money that players is making is messing the game up. And it's sad because, of course, I want the players to make money. Of course, I want black people to get money, take care of their family and everybody like that. But this is the end result of it, to where you got players that only care about getting money. Well, I'm getting money and I'm still getting paid 20, 30 million a year. Who cares if I win? Who cares if I'm working on my game? And James Harden, even though Gilbert Arenas say that this has been going on for a minute for a lot of players, but it didn't got worse, way worse now. And then I really noticed it with James Harden. Like when James Harden would lose a playoff game, and then he'd be in the club with little baby popping bottles the same night, like, it just showed that the players don't care about the game. And then I think Dame just came out saying something about winning shouldn't be everything. And another player said, I forgot who it was, like, oh, we forget winning. Oh, it was Sebastian Telfair was talking about winning, not everything. And we need to be worried about taking care of our family and getting money and stuff. And that's why foreign players is taking over. And that's why the game is going downhill. So perfect example, if you look at it, and I just thought about this off the top of my head, that really made me come to the conclusion. If you look at all of the best players, even throughout history, most of them was in a relationship or married. Look at Steph Curry, married. Look at LeBron, been married. Look at Kobe, was married. Look at Michael Jordan during his career, was married. Magic Johnson, even though Magic Johnson was out here fooling and that cost them his career, you ain't catch age from your wife. You was out here wilding. So that's a perfect example. It's Magic in a way, but Magic was married. Like, and it's not even the point of you don't even necessarily have to be married. It's just the fact that you can't be out here just chasing ass all day, chasing women, chasing IG models, just partying, going to the strip club. Like if you notice, none of the best and the greatest players does that. All of the greatest players is married or in a relationship. Like you don't see fucking LeBron and Steph Curry. You ain't see Kobe at the club all day. And Kobe even said it, like Kobe didn't go out and do all that extra stuff because he didn't want nobody to have a leg up on him. He wanted to be focused. And then of course you don't see Joker, Luka, Giannis, like you don't see these players like the American players just partying and chasing ass all day, like chasing IG models, worried about money all day. Like you don't see that, and that's why they ahead of the American-born players. I promise you, that's the reason. Even Kevin Durant, and what's funny is I've thought about this. We look at Kevin Durant like basketball junkie, and he all about basketball, but I follow KD on IG before, and we know about his Twitter history of being online. And KD is following all the Instagram models that there is. Like I remember every time when I was following the IG model, I go on their page, because Instagram will show you who this person is following, like who y'all have in common. And almost every girl page I went on, Kevin Durant was following their ass too. I'm like, damn, like what the fuck? Is always Kevin Durant and T.I. Like, and T.I. like ain't you married, but it's like y'all following all the IG hoes. But like make it make sense for real. So, and that's a part of the reason why Kevin Durant probably ain't winning no more championships, and he ain't living up to his expectation. Like a lot of people thought KD was going to be the best player in the league, a top 10 player of all time, and he done kind of fell off a lot from that. And then, of course, he don't get credit from the Warriors. And KD, maybe that's the reason why you too busy looking at IG models all day. And then KD just dropped the rap song, so you trying to rap also. So it's like you're not as focused on the game as you should be. You just naturally talented. Like you don't have time to drop videos and make songs and then following all these IG models if you really about your game. So it speaks for itself. Like it ain't no coincidence that Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe is some of the best players, and they was players who wasn't known to be chasing ass all day in the club all day. Like it's a perfect example, and that's what's really going on with the NBA. The same for hip hop. Rappers don't care about the art no more. All these rappers do is buy material things, buy this. Oh, I got a car in the strip club throwing money, and that's why these rappers don't get respect. at all. And that's why most of these rappers don't have a fan base like that. For the most part, because of that reason. And rappers can get away with it more so because they lifestyle is performing in the club and being in that environment. So I kind of get it, but it's still the same thing as rappers don't take stuff, not taking the craft seriously. Like it ain't no more, and the rappers who do like a J. Cole and Kendrick, like they the ones that's the biggest out there and get the most props and celebration. Drake is up there too, but like Drake is like his own little thing. Drake is kind of like a pop artist more so than even a rapper. And then Drake got the complexion for protection. And Drake live a whole different, Drake is kind of a whole in its own different lane. But besides Drake, Kendrick and J. Cole is the biggest rappers. Look at the album sales. And why is that? Because they take their craft seriously, and J. Cole and Kendrick is both married. So you don't see J. Cole and Kendrick just out here chasing women all day. And it's the same thing for these NBA players. Like that's all you see. All these NBA players do since they get money. All they do is fucking chase women all fucking day and buy material things all day. That's all these NBA players are doing. And these foreign players is coming over here the same way that foreign people been coming over here and taking black people jobs or American people jobs. Because I ain't gonna put it to black, because there is white people in the NBA and and whatever. But that's the reason why foreigners come over here and take all the jobs and take all the money. It's because American people is fucking lazy and too worried about the wrong stuff. Like literally, that's it. Like y'all worried about the wrong things. The foreigners not worried. Like the foreigners not worried about chasing IG models and chasing ass and I'm about to buy a Bentley and I'm going to the club, like dumbass shit. And that's just why the NBA players is failing for real. And like they just said on First Take, like all five of the MVP, the players who win the MVP race is foreign players. If you name the top fucking 5 players in the NBA, and especially if you take out LeBron and Steph because they older, they all foreign players. Like how the fuck is the top 5 players in the NBA, none of them is American born? It ain't no coincidence. That's the reason why y'all just getting money and fucking just blowing the shit and just living the life and just think life is just one big party and not taking y'all craft seriously. And this is how it's going to affect y'all because you get paid off of performance. The better the player, the better you are, the more you're going to get paid. So y'all think, it's all about money. No, y'all keep on not winning. The NBA gonna keep on getting more and more foreigner players, and then they feel like the foreign players can give them a foreign market also, where they can make money overseas, and they gonna start taking the more. It's gonna start being more foreign players more and more as time goes on, and y'all dummies don't realize that because y'all gonna start being pushed to the side and not, it's gonna be less NBA players being drafted and being taken serious like it already is. So that's just what I wanted to say. So that's the reason. I promise you, the reason why the foreign players is taking over the NBA is because the American players is too busy fucking worried about money and worried about dumb stuff, partying, going to the club and all of that dumb shit that foreign people not worried about. The same reason why hip hop is messed up, the same reason why foreigners come over here and run shit and open up businesses and take over jobs and all of that because they focused on the right thing. American people focused on the bullshit. I'm out.